What's up, here? What's up, Airsofters? Oreo Airsoft here with Guy. Today we're gonna do a gun review. I haven't done one in a long time. I think the last time I've done it was with my M29 or something else. I don't know.
Your M4?
Was it my M4?
I think so.
It might have been. I don't know. If I did, it's probably deleted by now.
Unless it was your Timberwolf.
It might have been. But today we're gonna do a gun review and what I'm running now. Well, this is my Glock. If you guys want to get a closer look, hopefully you guys can see it and the camera can focus on it. This is a Glock 17, Gen 4. It runs CO2. It's a very solid weapon. I can get pretty far with it. I'm not like as far as a rifle, but probably like I'd say 20 to 30 feet away. You don't really expect much range from a pistol. The only thing you're trying to get is close distance range. The reason why I like this gun is mainly because the grip right here. I love how it fits my hand. It's nice. It's tight, and it's I don't know how else to explain it. You do have your little rail system, your little mod rail right here. So you get to put a flashlight or a laser, which is pretty cool. A lot of guns have them. I know some don't. Like if you're gonna go with an older model, like an older model 1911, or a 22 like a little 22 pistol. I know they have those on the market now on e-bike. But overall, really good. It has little white sights right here to make it more clear in the dark or if you're in a building, so you can aim down your sights in darker places. What I run with this pistol is two CO2 mags. They're really nice. What I really like about these are you have your Allen key goes in right here, obviously, to puncture the CO2. And I like this little piece right here because it protects the little screw, so it doesn't get dented or anything when you need to quickly change your mag or drop your mag. I run these hard shell mag holsters or mag pouches or whatever you want to say them. They're super tight. You can't lose a mag. In the field that I play in, most of the airsofters that I play with, you know how the field can be, and you see people lose a bunch of things on the field. It's one of the worst feelings in the world to lose something like that, especially a $30 to $40 mag. I just burped. Excuse me. But I could slap Guy a couple times with these, and they wouldn't slide out. I run a similar thing to a. Ignore that call. It was my phone, but I run a similar thing to the mag holsters here. It's a hard shell Glock holster made by Kitech or Crytek, I don't know, but it's spelled with a C instead of a K, so it's an off-brand Crytek.
CYTAC.
Yeah. One of the main reasons why I like these hard holsters is that they can't go anywhere unless you push this button, which is super nice. The only thing that's bad about it is when you push this, it's taking time to pull out because you can't pull it out as fast. So it takes a lot of practice for you to get used to it. And I admit it, like I do practice a lot of times off the field, and I target shoot and stuff, so it's pretty fun. Seth has ran this pistol a couple times, and if he wants to explain his opinion on it, he can.
Yeah. So when it comes to CO2 green gas pistols, I prefer to run a non-blowback variant, only because you seem to get it. You do get more power in terms of FPS, all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But this, with it being a metal slide, it doesn't have too much of a crazy blowback to it. It's really solid. It gets some good range, especially for a CO2 pistol that is blowback. It's a really solid gun, especially for it being imitation of a Glock, which it actually is. I don't know why I said imitation. But yeah, it's a really solid gun with a really form-fitting holster. Jesus, that's sexy. But yeah, that's that.
Like you said, I do agree with non-blowback CO2s, even though they do save a lot on the cartridge, especially, I don't know how much grams of CO2 is in a cartridge, but you do get a lot more shots out of it. On the side of that, it being not blowback, it does save, I mean, like, it does, like I already just said, it saves, and it packs a punch. But to the next step, I did get a new rifle. If you guys saw my latest video, I was running it. I have a H&K M27. Now, this is one of the most expensive rifles I've ever bought in my whole entire airsoft career. And as of right now, I am loving it. And it's a very solid gun. Nothing wobbles around. Like, even the stock doesn't wobble as much as like a G&G stock, obviously, because that's a couple $100 difference. But this gun is full metal. The only things that are polymer or close to plastic is the grip on here that I put on personally, and this grip and the pistol grip, or whatever grip you want to call this. My setup, I have a PEQ box or PEC box. I have a Valken 4x scope, but it's not really, it's an imitation of a 4x scope. It's actually a red dot scope. I just prefer red dots more than a zoom because it is an airsoft gun and it's not an actual rifle. You don't really need a scope unless you have a very high powered sniper rifle that runs around 7 to 600 FPS. This shoots at what, 4? Does it shoot at 4 or 5? I think it shoots at 4.
420, I think it was.
420.
Just around there.
But yeah, it probably shoots around 420 FPS. I do have a suppressor here. I forgot what brand this is, but it's not a it doesn't suppress the gun whatsoever. It probably does just a little bit, but there's no foam tubing inside of it. But so far, I love this gun. I run a lipo in it as of right now. I might do some upgraded parts. I'm not sure because as of right now, it doesn't need upgraded parts. It's super nice.
I don't even know how to get this one apart.
Yeah, honestly, it's actually it's complicated. It's not like an average M4 to take apart because once you take off these two pins, you have to. I'm pretty sure you have to take out this whole entire rail system right here. But I don't know if you guys want to let me know on how that goes. Let me know in the comments. But I do keep this nice and clean most of the time. I put gun oil on it so this doesn't rust. That's something that I would suggest. Guns do rust, so I highly suggest that you keep a little bit of oil on it. The thing that's unique about this gun is the buttstock. Thanks for reminding me, Seth. Instead of it coming out like any other stock or it just popping off, this thing twists just like that, which is super cool. And you have your little way to the battery.
But that did come with the gun, right?
Yeah.
Stock?
Oh yeah, it came with the gun. Which is like, it's a unique stock, and like this is not plastic, this is rubber. And that's something that's really cool. The one thing I do suggest is when you put your battery in this stock, make sure the wiring is all together so this stock doesn't clip that wiring and it just screws your whole day. Because you know how expensive, what did I just hit? I don't know what my coffee. You know how expensive airsoft can be, and especially when you kill your own battery and you have nothing else to play, you're basically just screwed for the whole day. Did you shoot this gun at all?
Not yet.
Not yet? Well, yeah, this is my baby. I don't let really anybody shoot this. But overall, it's a really solid gun. I like it. I hope you guys get a chance to get something like this. Alright guys, we're going to do a guy's part here. Guy, what you got for us here?
So this is what I run, an Amoeba 08. And I've just got super simple attachments on it. Just a flashlight, a stubby foregrip because it's just a preference to grip my gun further up. Jesus. A stubby suppressor because suppressors just make you look cooler on the field, you know. Now, I don't like
that
to
would add a little bit more range too. I don't know. It might.
Maybe not. Maybe not. That's what I meant to say. That would have been rude. When it comes to the top rail, I don't like to rock any sights only because it just
because you're a speed softer.
Because I'm a speed softer, yeah, 100%. I just like to see where my BBs are flying to. It's just a preference. I don't like anything on here to obscure my vision. Now, when it comes to the gun itself, it is a non-ambidextrous gun. It's meant for right-handed people. So the select fire is on the left. The trigger or the mag release is on the right. Non-ambidextrous charging handle. The gun components, when it comes to the trigger, it's got a insanely light trigger pull, and it's really smooth. I like it. It's super light to the point to where when I'm running on the field, any motion I'm doing when I'm running, sometimes it'll accidentally actually fire the trigger. Some people think that's bad. I don't mind it that much because anytime to shorten between the pull of the trigger and the hit of the target is just way better. You want to have that super minimal.
Honestly, I think a lot of the people would want the short trigger response than the long trigger response, just because if the trigger's harder, then it's gonna put off your aim at just a little bit, or maybe a lot. But I honestly prefer the short trigger response more than anything.
So that's the Amoeba right here. It's got just a regular rotary style hop up in there. I don't know if it's gonna focus on that or anything, but it's just the standard. We do lube and grease up our guns just to make sure that they're not gonna rust or anything like that. This has a couple, not terrible parts, but tiny bit of rust on it. So.
Well, yeah, it's a couple of years old. I mean,
yeah.
For the condition that it's in,
and we live up here in a rainy area.
Yeah, it does rain a lot here. Like, we play Airsoft in PA, and it's either wet or seriously dry, depending on the weekend and the day it's going. It can be very humid. But the way this gun is, by how old it is, how long we had it, it's in really great condition. I mean, it's super nice, and we really take care of them. Everybody should take care of their gun, especially if they're going to spend a couple $100 on them. I mean, I wouldn't want to let my gun go to crap anytime soon if I spent $600 on a gun. I don't think anybody would.
Yeah, this is a great intermediate to just like a average player gun. It shoots just under 400 FPS. I believe it's like 390 high.
It's very close.
Yeah, high 380, low 390, somewhere right around there. It's super great. With the hop up, if you adjust it yourself, which all players should, you can get it to hit some nasty long range shots. But that's the Amoeba 08 right there. When it comes to the sidearm, when you mag dump your gun and you find yourself in a sticky situation, I run a Timberwolf, which these are actually discontinued now. It is a Glock. It is inspired by a Glock. It's got some really nice iron sights on here. Super nice, super simple. I don't know if that's in line or not. It is a metal side polyester pistol grip. This, I believe, how much did this go for? $150?
When that gun was bought, I'm pretty sure it was $150, but for how rare it is as of right now, they don't sell these guns anywhere. They're very difficult to find. The price might be raising up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, especially for a good condition one. This one's got
it has a couple of scratches, but it's pretty solid.
That's expected if you use
hard
actually
shell
play.
holsters, and yeah.
It's a green gas pistol. It is double stacked. I believe this holds from 20 to 25 BBs in it. It is a...
Which is not bad for a
Yeah.
pistol. I mean,
It's an insanely solid green gas gun. It does have a little bit of kick because it does have an full metal slide. It's super nice, super reliable, especially if you mag dump. When it comes to what mags I run with the Amoeba, I run KWA mid caps because I don't want to be that loud Santa Claus Jingle Bell one running in the woods trying to hide when I'm not really. The trigger release on here is super big, so if you're wearing gloves...
Mag release.
Did I say trigger release?
You said trigger
That's
release.
a thing. Yeah. It's super big, so if you're wearing gloves, you definitely won't miss it. And it's a super simple action to do.
I think Amoeba was really trying to shoot for the best for the airsofters in the cheap way, but also in quality way. And just by the mag release button right here, it's a really great idea with how wide it is, just for players that are trying to quickly change their mags in a quick situation. Just by the weight of it, it's super nice because you could just toss that thing anywhere if you have a sling on and just pull out a pistol. This thing can be dropped multiple times.
Oh yeah.
And it will keep fighting through anything.
Wind
just a great
really
gun.
doesn't seem to affect it, but when it is on a windy day, highly suggest running heavier BBs than
Like
you usually
30s
would
or
run.
2.5s, 2.8s. Not 30s,
We usually
not
run
30s.
2.5s, but when it comes to a more windy day, we go to what, 2.8s?
2.8s.
2.8s, yeah. It's not that big of a difference, but it does help out.
Oh yeah, especially with this Amoeba, it punches. I mean, it
Oh,
punches
yeah.
on 2.8s. You can hear this thing popping buildings, and you pee yourself. Try not to cuss here, but
Yeah.
what's up, guys? I hope you guys get to enjoy that video. I just wanted to let you guys know that the coronavirus is going around, and the airsoft center is going to be shut down for a couple of weeks, and I'm pretty sure a lot of airsoft places are going to be shut down. But I just want to tell you guys to stay safe and try to stay clean. If you guys are going to be hosting airsoft events at home, because I know we're all hungry for airsoft. I mean, who isn't? But don't touch each other a lot. Try to avoid each other. I mean, like, you guys can shoot each other and stuff. But like, if you guys aren't sick, then do whatever. But this stuff isn't a joke. I mean, you guys can joke around about it and stuff, but please be safe, because it's a dangerous situation right now. Hopefully this summer it will be all over and we all can be on the field again, operating with each other. I am really looking forward to the summer because we are buying a bunch of equipment, and just recently we bought a camera, and we're going to be having an unboxing video of it. We're going to have a gun racing series coming out of our team shooting and racing, target shooting, racing targets or whatever. And we're also going to have a bunch of talk shows. Like, we have this whole thing set up, and we have this toolbox and all this cool stuff back here. We have this nice table, and we're just going to be talking about airsoft and see where that goes. We're just going to have a good time. A lot of serious stuff's coming out. Hopefully it'll get more people to watch this, and we could just spread the love about airsoft, and hopefully airsoft can become a bigger sport, and it'll get more well known, and we can have more people come. Because as of right now, airsoft is a dying sport. It's not really as popular as it once was. So hopefully we can do something about it. But really looking forward to videos and equipment, like the equipment that we are getting. Really looking forward for our team playing this summer. Definitely gonna be playing at more fields. And really looking forward to playing with you guys. So we'll catch you guys later.